Hello, hello. How's it going, everyone? Azren here, owner of the Calgary Language Nerds, and welcome to another YouTube video and podcast episode. Today, we're going to keep going with some A2 level French videos. And again, if you haven't watched the very first video in this series that I made, pretty much the goal is simple. I'm making videos to help you go from an A2 level all the way to a B2 level. So an upper beginner level all the way to an upper intermediate level. So you're jumping two levels in fluency. I admit that I'm feeling a little bit nervous about this series because it feels very daunting. It's like, wow, there's so much content to teach you and so much content to cover. And how do I do this in a way that's really streamlined and easy for you? But I'm going to do my best and we're going to see how this goes. We're going to be courageous. We're going to be brave. You're going to work hard. We're going to do this. And yeah, very exciting. So last time we talked about the word aucun, right? Aucun or aucune. And so aucun or aucune is actually very similar to like pas, right? P-A-S. So like je n'ai pas d'amis, I don't have any friends, or je n'ai aucun ami. They're actually kind of similar. They're very, very similar. The biggest difference between aucun and pas, so je n'ai pas d'amis or je n'ai aucun ami, is aucun is a lot stronger. I don't have a single friend, not like one. I'm completely lonely. But if I said je n'ai pas d'amis, that just means I don't have any friends, kind of neutral or a bit general. Or another example, je n'ai pas de voiture. I don't have a car, neutral, general. Or if I said like je n'ai aucune voiture, it's like I don't have a single car. It's like we're really emphasizing the quantity. Like I really don't have any. Like it's a stronger connotation. So again, this is something we went into more depth in the previous lesson. So if you haven't watched that, please go and watch it. Now, today we're going to learn another really high frequency word in French, something that's used all the time, but at your level right now, you probably aren't all that familiar with. And that is the word rendre. Now, rendre is a complicated word for people in English because it has a couple of different meanings. The very first meaning is it creates a change of emotion or a change of state. So for example, if I make you feel angry, that is rendre. I made you feel angry. If I make you feel happy, that is rendre. If I make you feel sad, that is rendre, right? Another variant of that is if like I change state. So if I take a glass of water and throw it on your face, I made your face wet. That is rendre your face wet. Or like if it started to rain and the sidewalk got wet, that is rendre the sidewalk wet. So when you have that kind of a change of state, that is rendre. So I'll share my screen. Let's look at some examples here. Here's the very first one, just in my document. Right here. So if you look at number 2, cette musique me rend toujours heureux. This music always makes me happy. There's a second meaning for rendre as well, which is to return or even to submit, honestly, to return or submit. So for example, tu dois rendre ce livre à la bibliothèque demain. You have to return this book to the library tomorrow. Or one that's not written here, but I could say, like, tu dois rendre tes devoirs demain. You have to submit or return, quote unquote. You're returning it back to the teacher. Like your teacher assigned it to you. Now you're returning it back. You're submitting it. You have to submit your homework tomorrow. So let's do some practice here. I'm going to read you some sentences in French. You try your best to understand. They all have rendre in them. First one. Ce film me rend triste. Ce film me rend triste. Numéro 2. Tu me rends très heureux. Tu me rends très heureux. Numéro 3. Le café me rend nerveux le matin. Le café me rend nerveux le matin. Or a simpler sentence. Le café me rend nerveux. Le café me rend nerveux. Let me share my screen. We can look at these sentences here together. Here we go. So the first one, ce film me rend triste. This movie makes me sad. Second one, tu me rends. We saw this heureux. You make me very happy. Le café me rend nerveux. So the coffee makes me nervous. Let's do a few more. I'll read you 3 more sentences. You try your best to understand. Here we go. Let's do Cette musique rend les enfants calmes. Cette musique rend les enfants calmes. Numéro 2. Le beau temps rend tout le monde joyeux. Le beau temps rend tout le monde joyeux. Numéro 3. Ces blagues me rendent fou. Ces blagues me rendent fou. So again, let's look at those together. I'll share my screen so you can see them. Here we go. So this music makes the kids calm. The nice weather makes everyone joyful, right? Ces blagues me rendent fou. So his or her jokes make me crazy. Again, we have some more examples down here. Let's look at some for return. These ones, we'll just read them together. So let's look here. We actually saw this earlier. Je rends le livre à la bibliothèque demain. I'm returning the book to the library tomorrow. Tu peux me rendre mon stylo, s'il te plaît? Tu peux me rendre mon stylo, s'il te plaît? Can you give my pen back, please? Il rend la voiture à son père ce soir. Il rend la voiture à son père ce soir. He's returning the car to his dad or father tonight. Right? Let's go down a little bit here. I kind of like this one. Vous rendez le devoir au professeur. You are handing the homework back. You're submitting the homework to the teacher. So let's try a few here. I'm going to stop my screen share. Let's try going from English into French. Okay. So let's try that one. How would you say, for example, I'm handing in my homework? How do you say that? Je rends mes devoirs au professeur. Je rends mes devoirs au professeur. Let's try a new one here. Why don't we do the bad news makes Marie sad. Marie, she hears some bad news and it makes her really sad. How do we say that in French? The bad news makes Marie sad. So picture Marie, she's crying. Oh no. La mauvaise nouvelle rend Marie triste. La mauvaise nouvelle rend Marie triste. Let's try this one. Let's do working at night makes my dad tired. Working at night or working in the evening, let's say that. Working in the evening makes my dad tired. Le travail le soir rend mon père fatigué. Le travail, we can even reword that. Let's keep it like that, actually. Le travail le soir rend mon père fatigué. Le travail le soir, so work at night, that's how you translate that, rend mon père fatigué, makes my dad tired. Let's do one more here. Let's do looking at the blue sky. Looking at the sky makes me calm. Looking at the sky makes me calm. Regarder le ciel me rend calme. Regarder le ciel me rend calme. Last one. Let's say you borrowed a video game from someone and you have to return it. How do you say I have to return this video game? Or yeah, that's that. Je dois rendre ce jeu vidéo. Je dois rendre ce jeu vidéo. And often you're going to have to someone. So for example, à mon frère, à mon ami, à mon cousin, à mon whoever, to someone. You're going to rendre it à someone, to someone. Okay, so that is our word for today. We're going to do some more vocabulary tomorrow in the next lesson. We're going to focus quite a bit on vocabulary initially. Eventually, we are going to transition to some other things. We're going to look at some authentic listening, some authentic reading practice. Where I'd like to look at some grammar points as well. Some really high frequency grammar points that at this level you don't know, but if we just do a bit of practice, it's going to really help you get closer to that upper intermediate level. So that's that. Thank you for watching today. If you have any questions, by the way, of making that jump from an A2, B1 level all the way up to a B2 level, if you have any questions on how to do that, please feel free to reach out. I'll put a link in the episode description box to my email, to my website, where there's like an email box. Just fill it out. and I'm more than happy to help in whatever way I can. All right, au revoir. See you next time. Bye.